And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Temple's offense will start this game off with the football. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling, the temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, dude, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Owls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking left. Makes the grab. It's Bermudez. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping through the defense. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
They'll run the option. Maybe a crease. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete. And the field goal unit is on the field. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early. Playing at home, they want to get the crowd into it. So you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal. You knock it through the uprights. You've got the lead. Everything right now looking good.
He'll bring it out. It's Wallace. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Nittany Lions offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And here comes Rocco back. Last time out, a solid day in a victory, throwing for more than 200 yards and a couple of scores. They'll move the tight end. The run inside. It's Hansen. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Nice move there. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. The whole Penn State legacy is built on toughness, getting it done on the ground, and they pick up a 1st down.
And you got to start there with the physicality, the ground game, getting that going. It's kind of a Northeast thing, right? Being tough, being physical, bringing that lunch pail.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Going for 6. Touchdown, Penn State. Got it right in the heart of the end zone.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Temple offense heads out to start this drive. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. On the move, he fires. Tosses it incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small.
Could be an out. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Grab behind the line. It's Clark. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. And they got the completion, but no yards. Now they need to go forward to avoid a 3rd and long. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So after that false start, now dealing with 2nd and 15. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smith finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. Temple lining up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Got enough for the first. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. They'll ride the hot hand. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Fires to the tight end. Hits him with a stiff arm. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. And the Nittany Lions come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Nowhere to go on that one. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Complete on the left to Smith. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing at the wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Running inside is Smith. And they'll get enough for the first down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the first quarter. Let's take a look at how these quarterbacks have fared in the early going after the first period. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. go for it.
And I think that's really the key to this football team. You saw it last week, man. Everything kind of falls into place when he gets the football and the ground game gets going. And I think when you play a rivalry game with emotion, with passion, like settle everybody in, run the football, and be more physical.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation. And now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play some.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to buy time. Didn't get past the marker when he started his slide, and now it's 4th down.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have 4th down.
Temple lining up to punt it away. My goodness, he unloads on that one. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. They'll start on the ground with people. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
To the ground, he's got it again. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Right? They'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fellow? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's a gift to Peoples. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Beck. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Nittany Lions, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Robinson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. They'll send 3 wideouts left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. Bringing the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable, man. He didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
On 3rd down, here's Peoples. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17.
You can tell, man, really made a point for this offense to run the football, to be physical and defensively. Already getting behind in this football game, not stopping the run on this drive. They've got to get more aggressive. They've got to get more physical on that line of scrimmage.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Turning it on. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Quarterbacks are, there's so many adjectives to describe them. Calm, cool, collected, accurate, so on and so on. But a lot of times it's just smart.
Tight end trying to get in. Touchdown, Penn State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. So it's an 80-yard drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Like, the passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
We haven't even gotten to halftime yet. This offense has their hands full trying to keep this quarterback standing up straight. They've already given up multiple sacks. That's the biggest reason why they're trailing by as much as they are. They better go in at halftime and make some big-time adjustments.
The Owls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The run inside. It's Smith. Into the pile. Maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. The screen. He can go. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. Temple lining up to punt it away. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And here comes the punt team. Let's see what he can do with it. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. James Peoples to begin the drive.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And these 3rd downs obviously are so crucial, and that's why you call them the money down. But just to get the drive started, man, you get the 3rd down, you get a little bit nervous. Nice job executing, running the football, moving the sticks, and now keeping this drive moving.
Hits the slide, got the 1st down with his feet. The Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
They bring him down, but not before he gets a 1st down at the 35. Set up for the 1st down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air. It's back. Pressure coming. Hit as he throws. He's got it. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Penn State will spend its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Fires into the end zone. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Looking for more room. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown. The defense putting points on the board.
And this is always the fine line as an offense, man. You want to be aggressive. You want to go get more points right before the half, but you can't be careless. You can't make mistakes. And, man, Palmer, that's a big mistake that goes all the way back the other direction.
And give the defense expecting pass. Everybody's got to be on guard. Everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback. He's able to jump the throw. Now he's taking it the distance. He's building the lead for his team. They've got so much momentum now heading into halftime.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. They finally make the stop, but that will make those halftime stats look nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Guys, catching up with the Nittany Lions head coach at the half. Their running back has not gotten off to the best start. Listen, this is a big-time transfer, and they brought him in for a moment like this, but he has not gotten off to the start that they would like. However, the team's still up, but they expect more. Let's see if they give him another opportunity here to get this second half started. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Gets the back moving. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Finds his big tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, they're after him. Did the work himself. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. You're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. The Nittany Lions go back to work after moving the chains through the air. To the air on first down. Moving out to the right. Breaks into the open. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. And the Nittany Lions trying to cash it in on first and goal. He's going for the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. And the Owls have a lot of options on second and inches. They'll move the wide receiver. With the catch, it's Chase. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, and it'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion.
Ready.
The give is to Smith. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Ready. Blue 22. Blue.
They'll send the back in motion. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the offense accepts the penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. Defense made that job a little easier after the encroachment. It's 1st and 5. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smith. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense. Like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Off play action. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up. You're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Brought down at the 46-yard line, and that's enough for the first down.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Running inside, it's Smith. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it up to 34. 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Out of the gun, the inside give. Picks up the first down. Here's a little room there. Touchdown! He rolled away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
Man, how nice is it to be down, and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back, and he can make big plays like that. Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back in the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit hole, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves, too. I don't know if it was 2-minute type situations. They were expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to gang tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense.
They tried to get the wall set up for him, not quite enough for the huge play, but a good job to give his offense some breathing room. Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to pass. It's Beck. Got it in the middle. It's Peoples. Looking for room at the 40. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Makes the grab. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
The Nittany Lions with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll give it to People. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Really nice run there, and you've seen him do this a time and time again in this game so far. You've got the lead. We're way late in the 3rd quarter now. Not going to surprise me if they just keep leaning on this guy a little bit. Keep force-feeding him the football because he is looking really good.
Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. There's a crease. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper came on a 34-yard jaunt to the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Owls sideline, this defense has been the star the moment. They've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I could see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Reese?
Okay, Holly. The run inside. It's Smith. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. On target. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. And the Owls come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Chase. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll wrap him up, and he is stopped well short of the 1st down marker.
What a big stop for this defense. In the second half, around midfield, you can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big 4th down stop.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. Just got to execute, you got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Off the boot, looking for his man. Zings it complete to the right. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
And this is why defensively, man, you want to keep your guy in the pocket. Like, once he starts to scramble, all the rules change, and now everybody's got to kind of adjust, and the running back just works towards the sidelines. As he starts to roll to the right, he creates a little bit of space, and they just dump it off. But it's a nice job by the QB buying some time.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Trying to run, it's Hansen. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. The Nittany Lions are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, Penn State! And the pummeling has started.
Well, it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback. You saw it right there. He is dialed in. He's finding his one-on-one matchups. He's making good decisions, and he's been so accurate. Now, 4 TD passes in this one, and that's why his team is way up here late in the game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. Wide receiver going in motion. Pulls it in. It's Chase.
Nice job by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at it. If you do that, you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick 6. So really good job by the quarterback there, using his eyes to manipulate the defense.
And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. 3rd and 4. Trying to impose their will with the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. They didn't get a push at all. pickup there leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they give it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the 1st down.
Well, this quarterback has had a lot of success burning this defense with his legs. That time, though, there was nowhere to go. Give the defense credit. They won their one-on-ones up front. Tremendous speed getting to him and bringing him down for a TFL.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation.
Go!
And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation. Really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. We're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody. Coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.